Oh, hey there, partner. Are you a vampire who loves to ram ranch? Being a vampire is cool and all, but some of us appreciate a more rustic lifestyle. With your trusty iron piece at your side and a ram ranch in your heart, I got just the build for you. With this rat build, you can finish off your boss while having full health. You will be able to dump bold Gloomrot contents and merciless servers with infinite sustain like a cowboy you were always meant to be. And here's how. Oh, but before we start, don't forget to subscribe or unsubscribe if you like or dislike our videos. Now let's get back to this Ram Ranch experience. Just like different types of spaghetti, this build's playstyle for PvP and PvE is very similar. To become the unstoppable cowboy that you always meant to be, you first have to focus on how to last longer. That makes healing spells the star of the show. With spell choices focused on lasting long, it is ideal to make frequent but small exchanges over lengthy and bursty ones. That way you will make your opponent's life long, hard, and furious. These small exchanges can be reproduced over and over by abusing dagger stun and repositioning tools when fighting in melee, and using your gun's mobility and range capacity when fighting at ranged. This build also offers a lot of mobility tools to help escape unfavorable fights, allowing you to freely pick your fights. Normally your iron piece would be the 6-shooter, but as the rustic vampires that we are kinda poor, and 3 shots every round is all we could afford. Regardless, your pistol will be the main weapon for this build since it's useful for getting rammed in the range. Its auto attack has short animation, and its Q ability has a huge burst potential to exploit bosses or players' openings. The Q burst is also very staggering, but you will find your shots making so much burst that its knockbacks makes its less preferable follow-up for stuns in comparison to Spear's Q. Gun's E is a dash for repositioning that comes with an explosive finish. It can be helpful for dodging spells or opening gaps quickly in times of need. It also provides an extremely short iframe. Dagger will be preferable sub-weapon as it is a powerful utility tool for getting what you want. It excels at mobility, avoiding damage and responsibilities, and cutting out time for spell cooldowns. These options can give you the opportunity to plan and reposition with the focus of poking down your enemies. The Dasher Q ability is mainly used for its iframe in addition to its AoE damage. While it normally resets you back to the starting position after use, you can use it against a wall to perform a dash. The E ability makes you transparent as you ram in public and makes you stun when you're not. While you may still be somewhat visible to players, especially when you're debuffed, the melee stun will discourage the enemy from being next to you. The invisibility is also temporarily relieves you of aggro, causing nearby mobs to focus down your enemy over you. While the stun is not as useful in PvE, the invisibility is a powerful tool that allows you to cut for cooldown against bosses and reposition yourself. This synergizes well with the high sustain and allows you to pause the boss fights in times when you are taking too much damage. Spear and scythe and crossbow are also other good options for weapons, depending on the kind of rustic life you are facing. Here at Ram Ranch, we are all cowboys in our own style. To last undyingly long, the main spell choices will be primarily focused on healing. Skills that rely on attacking the enemy to trigger heal are less effective than healing that can be used alone. Therefore, Vial of Blood, Blood Fountain, and Ice Blocks will be the main spells for this build. Veil of Blood is chosen over dashes as it offers a heal. This also makes it tempting for your enemy to use their defensive skills to nope your recovery once you dash towards them. Blood Fountain is a reliable healing tool that can be used offensively for aerial denial at range to line up better shots. Additionally, jewel pucks can also allow it to remove some debuffs. In addition to the massive healing, Ice Blocked is also used to cock block bosses or players' displacement abilities such as Spear E. Additional freezing AoE can also be obtained through the jewel pucks, discouraging other players from coming closer to you. Note that Ice Block can be ended early by pressing X, or by the others breaking the shield. Phantom Aegis, Blood Rat, Sanguine Coil, Throwburn are also reasonable alternatives. While the heal they provide is more situational, they have their own niche. For ultimates, the top choice will be Raging Tempest for PvE and Hot Strike for PvP. Raging Tempest is mainly chosen for its iframe and high damage to violate non-mobile targets. On the other hand, Hot Strike is used for PvP, as most players are mobile and would nope out of the violation range once Tempest is channeled. Hot Strike is used instead for PvP since it applies a violation instantaneously on hit. Hot Strike also has greater lunge range and sustain. With all the spells dedicated to last longer, this build excels in frequent small exchanges, where consistent healing will result in a massive health difference. While this build can be vulnerable to burst damage, the dagger provides many tools to avoid these scenarios such as iframes, invisibility, and melee stuns. All these elements make the unstoppable Ram Ranch cowboy you always wanted to be for both PvE and PvE.
My name is Eramusha. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.